We both arrive in the club and see Yuri has somehow arrived already, and is apparently focused on her book already. Before we could go to Yuri and greet her, Monica comes in, almost immediately swinging the door open as she does.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Yuri was saying something.
Oh, Monica, it's just about...
Yuri stops talking as she realizes me and Sari are here in the club already as well.
Oh, I didn't notice Hallie and Sari were already here. We both arrived just now as well. You were busy reading your book still, so we tried not to disturb you much. Oh, that's fine.
Me and Sari went out for a bit earlier since no one was here yet. Come to think of it, why were you late, Monica? I would have expected you to be at least early, actually.
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was in the music room practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Allie.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks.
Everything then goes like it usually goes from there on. Monica and Sari are writing something while happily chatting, and Yuri seems to be buried in her novel again. Of course, I sit in one of the desks and took out a pen and notebook. I write on the top of the page, ideas for the music contest, with an underline below it. I begin to think of what I could sing at the music contest for the festival. I then realized that since Monica is practicing piano, maybe we could have a duet, we both using the piano and singing together. Nah, that's stupid. Monica wouldn't want me to have a duet with her. And again, she seems determined while practicing the piano, so I probably shouldn't interrupt her practice sessions and just stick with my own ideas. Man, I couldn't even think of what to perform for the music contest. My notebook's still empty as ever. I scratch my head in utter defeat. Maybe I should...
Allie.
From out of nowhere, Monica suddenly speaks up from behind me, causing me to slam the notebook closed and putting my arm over it. Not closed, closed.
Is everything okay?
Yup, everything's fine here. No way she's going to see what I'm planning here. I notice Sayori is also heading out of the club. Where's Sayori going?
Oh, she's going to be getting some stuff from one of the classrooms.
Huh? And she's not asking me to come along? I then stand up, trying to follow Sayori. I wasn't just going to let her go out on herself. On her own. Monica, however, stops me before I could leave. Monica, what is it? Yeah, what is it?
I want to talk to you about something.
About something?
Don't faint it. I know you were eavesdropping on us earlier.
Oh. Yeah, that. Mind explaining that to me?
Look, I know it's weird.
Does it now? Because it seemed like you were just talking with those two like you knew them already.
Look, Hallie, I'm just sorry.
Sorry? Sorry for what?
There's just things I regret doing about. Especially things that happened towards you.
What? Before Monica could even finish, Sayori comes back.
I brought the materials, Monica. Is something wrong? You don't look like you were just talking about something seriously. That's nothing, Sayori. We just had a little nostalgia trip. Oh yeah, since you two knew already. You both were talking about some old stuff back when you were both knew each other. Yeah, we were. Right, Hallie?
Right.
Anyway, since Sayori's back, let's start sharing poems now, alright?
Sayori smiles and heads for her bag where she left her poem. I look at Monica as she leaves to get her own poem. What is going on with her? And why was she talking to them like they knew each other? Monica's not really telling me much in the information department much. Yeah, that's like this whole mod, man. It's cagey as hell. Either way, I'm going to ask her once we were both sharing poems with each other. After I finished sharing with Sayori and Yuri, I went over to Monica last.
Hello, Hallie.
Hey.
So, can I see your poem now?
Oh, sure. I hold my poem towards Monica. She then reaches for it, but I slowly put my hand down, still holding the paper.
Hallie.
First, you need to tell me why you knew Kurumi and Eric first. Monica sighs.
I knew you were going to ask that at some point. Wasn't expecting you'd be asking that question now.
I just look at her with silence.
Look, we've had this moment in time before. And I'm not just talking about, like, from before and all that. I more meant this happened before.
This happened before?
Look, I'm sorry, it's just...
Monica suddenly starts tearing up all of a sudden.
I just don't want you seeing get hurt again. We tried making it work. We tried making everything work out in the end. But none of it mattered. I hurt you. I failed you.
Monica!
There are things that you still don't know about me entirely. In your every reality, I still hurt my friends. Even you. Because of my stupid selfishness still.
This is a completely different side of Monica I've never seen before. She's crying in front of me because she made mistakes before again? I've always known Monica was strong-willed, confident in someone you'd rely on. But seeing her break down in front of me like this now, is like I'm talking to a different person now.
I need some time alone. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of the club day, Hallie.
Monica, And just like that, she just up and leaves me alone as she goes over to sit by a corner. Sayori and Yuri are looking at me, and I feel like they're wondering what happened. Oh man, it feels like I'm the one who screwed up here. I just look over at them and nervously wave and smile, pretending everything's fine. This is just wrong, though, but it also doesn't make sense. No, I'm not talking about what I just did. I'm talking about what Monica just said. The way she explained what she said didn't make sense in the slightest. Something's clearly wrong here. Monica knows something, as well as the voices. I guess I should talk to them more about what I'm completely unaware of. Sometime later, we're near the end of the club meeting. But instead of dismissing us like she usually does, Monica apparently leaves the club room ahead. This leaves the three of us quite in a shocker, actually. Rather than leaving like her, though, I instead took the initiative and set to closing the windows of the classroom. I'm not exactly at main fault here, but I can't exactly just leave the place unclean and open. Yuri does the same thing too, but we never really spoke as if we were just doing it out of pure respect. We eventually close all the windows as Yuri then goes to leave ahead while I put my things away. I approach Sayori, who is still sitting on one of the desks. Ready to go home, Sayori? Sayori seems to be spacing out again. I wave my hand in front of her.
Ah!
You're spacing out again.
Sorry, Hallie.
Well, it's okay. Ready to go home then?
Sure, let's go.
Sayori and I continued walking towards our house. Sayori then decides to pull me aside and ask me,
Hallie,
Yeah?
did something happen to Monica?
Eh?
A while ago, she suddenly shouted out of the blue. Did you do something to her? Because you were really concerned with what happened back there. Monica didn't even dismiss us and just left first.
Sayori, it's not that. I don't know how to put this. If I tell her what Monica and I were talking about, she wouldn't understand. She just had to let some stress out. She suddenly crying out like that caught me by surprise as well.
I see. Seeing her break like that, it's like Monica was defeated at something big. Or she lost something really precious to her.
Yeah, I know. She was just having a really hard time, Sayori. The least we could do is be there for her.
I guess you're right, Hallie. She just needs her true friends to be with her.
Her true friends. Yeah, like I said, the least we can do to ease her pain is to be there for her.
Hallie,
Yeah?
you're always helping people out. Even if you're not that really close to them. You always make time to come for everyone. Even for a great person like Monica. That's Hallie.
Sayori? Sayori then holds on to my hand. Sayori?
Hallie, it's really embarrassing for me to say this in front of you. That's me saying it first of all. But
Sayori, you're kind of really close to me.
I know. But Hallie, I have to tell you something.
What is it?
The way you help others out, even though, for all the hardships you are going through right now, that's what I like about you.
What?
I mean, you never fail to help everyone out. That's just something I admired about you.
Yep, that's something, all right.
You understand that, right?
Sayori.
Anyway, you seem to be close to home now. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Hey, they didn't have their big obnoxious pop-up for the music change. Sure thing, Sayori.
Okay, goodbye, Hallie.
Sayori then gleefully skips towards her house, which is just across the street. When she arrives, she turns to face me and waves at me. I awkwardly return the gesture and wave goodbye to her. I continued walking alone towards my house. While walking, I suddenly thought of Natsuki again, and I just realized that I still have the food for her in my bag. Ugh, if I don't get these out of the container soon, they'll be spoiled. I just cook them until all the bacteria explode. I arrived then at my house. I opened the door and went inside. I took out the food I prepared for Natsuki, took them out of the containers, and placed them into food bowls and placed them inside the fridge. After eating, cleaning, taking a shower, and of course finishing my homework, I then flopped into my bed. That was an awkward pop-up. I began to wonder what's wrong with Natsuki. She hasn't replied to any of my texts or called back after leaving a few voice messages, and she's been absent for the entire day. Pardon me. I then stood up and got to my phone. I flipped through the contacts and found her number. I then decided to call her again. Dots.
Hello?
My heart suddenly jolts into sheer relief. Hearing Natsuki's voice was enough to call me. Natsuki?
Oh, hey, Hallie. What made you call me at this hour?
Why were you absent for the whole day? I was worried sick of you. I tried texting and calling you earlier, and you never answered any of them at all.
Hallie?
What?
I'll tell you everything tomorrow, alright? Just not now.
Natsuki?
Please.
I could hear another voice on the other end before Natsuki drops the call. I tried calling her number back, but she must have turned it off since I couldn't contact her after that. With nothing else to do, I lay down again on my bed and slowly doze off. Eyeful Hallie? A cursor? Interesting that Erika's avatar is here with us. Exactly. And Kurumi too. So what now, Erika? We could probably understand because of what Vengeful here did. Heh. Hallie go Bert. Really, Vengeful, you both can't control that ridiculously overpowered of a punch. Could have used it on Captain Fritz or that cyberized Stanley. But no, you have to misuse it on Hallie. Geez, I said I was sorry. Luckily for you, the soul energem on Hallie, or Prime's vessel, wasn't completely wiped off the face of the realm. Alright, geez, you all really take this accident too seriously. Of course everyone's going to take this problem seriously, because you know why? Why? Vengeful, you both not only caused the timeline to have undergone a full reset with some people still managing to remember that time, aside the fact we're currently lucky Dark does not remember any of that. Yet at least. Something that wasn't in the previous timeline is here now. Someone else is here with us now? Who, Blue Poison? No, Blue Poison's arrival here was unpredicted, but somehow expected, no thanks to the incident Erika caused in Terra back then. So if it isn't Blue Poison, then who? Ever noticed back when Hallie and Sayori were on a date? Hey, I made that happen. Don't just leave me out of it. As I was saying, you lot noticed there was this blonde girl watching Hallie from outside the window, right? Now that you mentioned that, yes, we did. Who exactly is she? Not sure, but her energy makeup is almost similar to those of the Soul Energem's properties. Are you saying this girl was formed from the destruction of the Soul Energem in the previous timeline? That's just a theory, though. We only saw her once, and just that, nothing else. What if we see her again? What then? Well, let's just ask what her reason for being here is for. Unless, of course, any of you have any objection against it. Les, of course. Nope. No. Nothing here. Nothing from me also. Guess that goes for everyone else here also. Yeah. Right, we'll conclude this meeting then. It took them multiple days to have that meeting. Hallie, you're so close, yet so far away. A class is apparently going on in this particular room. Not a particularly fun class, as some of the students don't seem all that having fun of the subject. Not a particularly fun class. There's some other problems. I don't feel like fixing it. The same blonde girl from before is standing by the door window, silently watching what happens to be Hallie about to doze off from the lecture. Out of nowhere, the girl's earrings, like before, suddenly flash. Oh, it's her earrings that are making these pink flashes. Instead of blue, it turns to pink. It doesn't seem to have caught the attention of any of the students. However, it does catch Hallie's attention as he then turns around towards the door. The girl then runs off before Hallie could see her. The girl runs across the corridor, the other students and the school staff seemingly oblivious to her. She even almost bumps into what happens to be a pink-haired girl not in uniform running through the corridor as well. She then comes to a stop at a corner. She looks around, hoping Hallie hasn't followed her or anything before deciding to leave the school. Unbeknownst to her, someone in fact was watching her.
Interesting development indeed.
Kurumi, apparently half phasing through the wall, having watched the blonde girl just a while ago, then sinks back into the wall as the girl leaves the vicinity.